Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Paul McMillan II, and welcome to another forward testing session on the BTC USD pair. So let's go ahead and dive in. I don't think we have any news this evening, but we're going to go ahead and double check just in case. We always want to check the news before we actually get on it. And as we can see, we don't have any news right now for tonight, but that's good. So the very first thing that we want to do on the daily time frame is to look at the most recent candle here. And we can see that it closed bearish. So that lets me know that more than likely we're talking about the 3-bar pattern, manipulation, accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution. So this candle closed bearish. So it lets me know that bulls can go into manipulation, and then the bears are going to be distributed. Okay, that's what I'm looking at. So what I'm going to do on this daily time frame is, no, that's all I'm going to do. So then on the 4-hour time frame, what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to actually mark up buy side and sell side liquidity, as well as mark up the most recent fair value gap. So we have some sell side liquidity here, and then the buy side liquidity out here. Okay, so I'm going to label this. This is sell side liquidity. This is buy side. Then we're going to mark up the most recent fair value gap, which we see this here. Let me turn on my indicator just to make sure. I'm sorry. This is the most recent fair value gap really right here. But we could actually mark this up because this actually could be a next point. But what we're going to do is I'm going to mark up this fair value gap here. So now we've marked this up. So now what we could do is we can actually go to the 1-hour time frame. And what we want to ask ourselves is, how has price interacted with this fair value gap? So when we look here, and we turned on our indicator, we can see that this is the fair value gap that we marked up here. Hang on for a second, hold on. I forgot to change it to this so we can see. Okay, now let's go to the 1-hour. So this is the most recent fair value gap. It's marked up in this area. Now you notice that, again, we predicted that the bulls were going to do a lot of manipulation, which I can see here. And then we see that the bears are distributing, okay? We see a 3-bar pattern. We see a 3-bar pattern because we see that price right down liquidity here on the previous day high. And then we finally saw fair value that close here. So you could actually enter here. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to actually enter in this trade here. I'm already, let's see, at a moment to not pick a trading account. And then I'm going to take this here. I'm going to put our stop loss up here. And we could probably plug it down to this liquidity here, especially if price ends up invalidating this fair value gap. So let me go ahead and just take this trade. We'll see if it's correct on that. 74, 71. Then this one's 164.46. Right. So we end up putting 4 units in. Now we'll see if we just get into a little bit of profit. I'm not going to try to get into a whole lot of profit on this, but we'll see. Now, what I want to see here is, now, notice here, this is the Asian session order, okay? notice it's starting to form. So really in reality, it looks like that price is respecting this org here. It looks like that price is ready to, the bears are ready to distribute. A possibility. What I probably should have did was wait to see if price is going to close below this, their value gap, and then go down. But I already entered the market, so we'll see if price continues to go. So what I'm going to do is log into this with my phone as well. Bring in a 15-minute reload that. All right. This is actually in the 1 hour. I'm going to look at the 15-minute. Yeah, the 15-minute, you can see the 15-minute respect to this org here. This is the Asia session org. And so it closed with some strength. So price might be ready to go down further down to here. But what we have to remember too, I meant to really do this on the 15-minute, but it's okay. Zoom in. A little bit more. Price could pull back through this fair value gap. We're going to mark this fair value gap. This is 50% of it. And then we'll see if the price respects it. It goes further down over time. So I'm going to actually pause this recording. We'll see if price respects it, and then if we end up getting, something as time goes on. Again, we're just forward testing this, so that way we don't, learn how to master this strategy. So I will be like that. It looks like we're starting to get into profit a little bit. You can see that price reacted to this fair value gap. There was a huge wick rejection, and then we closed with fair value gap strength to close here. We'll see if price goes down a little bit further. We'll see. It looks like it's really dropping here. So maybe almost $500 profit, 525. Looks like we got a liquidity sweep here. So I might go ahead and jump out. So we made some profit and did good on this forward testing. So we ended up making about $193. Would have been more, but that's okay. But yeah, it was just nicely done testing that did. Let me document these results and I'll be right back. So yeah, I documented my results. I guess that price is probably going to go down just a little bit further, possibly. But I decided to exit just in case the price doesn't liquidity sweep here, he decided to start going up. So I just took my profit. So then we made $193.16 of that. So we did pretty good. And we actually had another drop from here. It looked like a liquidity sweep there with the fair value gap closed. So this was really our most recent $3 pattern here. So boom. So it looks like it's breaking its break structure here. So that's it for this session, guys, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.